Bronco!
We're on our way north. On board our Cape George cutter 36 is my husband Aladino and myself, Maya. After a 5-year complete refit to our boat, we are finally out sailing, about to explore one of the most wild and beautiful coastlines on Earth. Join us for the Northern Voyage. For the past few days, we've been hiding. Skirting down back passageways, avoiding the Johnstone Strait. The Johnstone has quite a reputation. Strong winds that funnel and howl nearly every day, combined with tides that sweep up and down. But at this point in our journey, if we want to get further north, we will have to go into the Johnstone Strait. And honestly, it's probably going to be pretty fun.
Woo! She's smooth.
But we have to plan a voyage that is both exciting and safe. We left the dock at Blind Bay and headed towards Ford Harbor for the night. Sailing with us on board Uinta are our wonderful friends Allison and James. It would be our final day of traversing the relatively calm back passages before emerging into the Johnstone Strait the following day.
Down on the banks of the old man river, heavy air, calling rain. They say if she keeps up and delivers, Lenny will break again. Tell me what could you do then, when the river comes along?
So we came up this channel here and we rounded Whirlpool Point, I believe, because there is a bit of current, but luckily not too many. It's very manageable even when there is 3 knots pushing you. And we turned to the right just here into Forward Harbor, a really big opening in the rocks.
Already, the currents that swirl around these islands are starting to feel a bit more comfortable. At points where the land narrows and the water constricts, these tidal currents can reach upwards of 10 knots, which is impossible for our boat to fight against. Sections with rapids like those should only be traversed at slack water. But we're also getting more familiar with the way the boat handles and how the currents move, especially in places outside the rapids, but where there still is considerable current. With some time and practice, the swirling waters are becoming more understood rather than frightening unknowns. Last night, we had a long discussion about how to plan our day today. We need to head up Johnstone Strait, which is notorious for strong 20 to 30 knot northwest winds. The wind intensifies in the afternoon, so a morning departure would have made sense if it weren't for the tides. The tide is turning to ebb right now around mid-afternoon, and it doesn't make sense to try to push against a flood tide before then. So we'll have the tide with us, but the wind against us. And that combo of wind against tide can lead to some pretty uncomfortable conditions. We're just going to have to haul anchor at mid-afternoon to get the slack, and then see what the day brings. Hey, Dean.
Hey.
What you doing?
I just always check into the apps, get to know the system, and it caught my eye that the start battery was at a bit of a lower voltage than I expected it to be. So I'm just checking, and I think there is a loose wire.
Good.
Let's tighten up that wire and see if that takes care of it.
This is pretty much what our day-to-day existence looks like. Laptop, projecting, boat gets torn apart, put back together, kind of every day. Where are you headed, Intrepid One?
I'm going to conduct a survey on how wet it can be out here. There's some petroglyphs, apparently, so yeah, it's a bit of a treasure hunt. Very vague information about it. It's not like we have the coordinates, so we'll go stomp around a little bit, see if we get lucky finding them.
This coastline is filled with pictographs and petroglyphs from the indigenous people who have lived here for centuries upon centuries. Pictographs are painted images, petroglyphs are carved into the rock.
It'd be really hard to spot them because like all
Yeah.
the ridges and different textures in the rock.
Yeah. Oh, there! Faces!
See them. Wow.
Nice!
Oh, cool.
Cool!
See like the outline of the ears and the face.
Yeah. That's neat.
So cool.
Oh, here's another one.
That one looks really cool.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
It really stands out there.
I think especially, yeah, if I show it this way. Wow.
Something else which can be found all along the coast are middens, piles of shells left over from seafood feasts. Middens can often run several feet deep into the earth, compiled over decades and centuries of gatherings.
We are back!
What did you get?
Got a lingcod.
Caught a lot of other fish, but we only kept this one.
Yeah, oh, we caught like 20 rockfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really successful. But we decided to go jig during slack tide. So we took, what's his name?
Bruno!
Bruno!
Bruno,
James
the
Analysis,
reliable dink.
Yeah, rib. And went all the way out. And we jigged. Hey, buddy! Check this out!
Wow.
Lingcod. Fastening down the hatches.
Woohoo!
The Johnstone.
Johnston.
How do you say it?
I always said the Johnstone.
Johnstone.
Johnstone, but that's probably not right.
You know, there's Hotham Channel down south.
Oh yeah, and I call it the hot ham. Nobody ever told me how it's pronounced correctly.
All right, let's go up the Johnstone.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're calling for 15 to 25 this afternoon, so it should be coming right on the nose. So if the wind is out there, then we're going to be beating into it for a good little bit. So
Yeah.
good to get everything tucked away on both sides of the boat. And first time we put it on this side, we'll see everything we didn't secure on that side.
Yes.
When we put it on the other side, we'll see everything we missed on the other side.
We gotta secure both sides for tacking.
Unfortunately, we only have 6 or 7 miles to do up the channel, which will probably be like 15 miles of tacking.
Oh god.
But we'll see how we go.
Yeah. Let's
See
get
what
this
the
show
flow
on
is.
the road.
Fortunately, fixing the loose wire seems to have fixed the start battery issue. It is now charging happily. It is quite rare that boat projects are so easily fixed, but it sure is nice when they are.
We are not in the Johnstone yet at all, but things are definitely picking up out here already. What they say about the Johnstone certainly seems to be true. I don't want to speak too soon because we're not quite into Johnstone yet, but this is actually quite pleasant, hey?
It is, yeah. But yeah, it is consistent everywhere, not excessive, and the wind is definitely mild for what the Johnstone is known for. We may just have gotten lucky. This is pretty pleasant right now. We're getting close to slack. We're doing between 5 and 6 knots again. Yes, it's upwind. We have to put in a few tacks, but it's fun. Pipes up the Johnstone.
Yeah, it's increasing now, hey?
Wild Bronco.
Woo!
Sure is fucking.
Exhilarating.
Yeah.
She's smooth.
Well, yeah, it's also mostly healed on this ship yet.
Yeah, we're healing a lot.
25 degrees, and that's where she settles. Then she goes. Reminds me of Kirsten's video when she has water shoot up the scuppers. You remember that one?
Yeah.
When she came out of the Biscay? Yeah.
This has been awesome. So we came off the top of Hardwick Island and just tacked straight over to the other side of Johnstone. We just did our tack, and now we're heading straight to Port McNeville. Or no, Neville. Port Neville. I keep wanting to add a Mick. Anyway, kind of one tack across the strait and then we're in. I mean, it's not that we chose a destination that was that far away, but still, it's kind of cool. We are pointing still a little down from Port Neville, but I have a feeling that with the tide pushing us up Johnstone Strait a little bit, that we might actually get, like, we might actually hit it straight on. Because that's the benefit of waiting for the tide, is the tide is actually now helping us work our way up Johnstone instead of working against us. With the tacking we have to do, if we were also fighting the tide, that would be real slow. So I'm glad we waited. We are just ghosting into here, and we passed Port Neville right at the mouth of this inlet. I don't know a ton about Port Neville, so I'll try to look some more up, but the Navionics comments are all filled with comments from people being like, watch out for the cougars and the bears, people got attacked at the dock and attacked in front of their cabin, and the cougar jumped off the roof of the main store. There's apparently no longer a store. The building that has the store sign is, no longer a store, but kind of an interesting spot. And down here, it's pretty rugged. No one else around. There's one little cabin over there, and of course there's the always pervasive clear cuts. It's hard to get away from that here. But yeah, we're gonna tuck in just behind this little point of land for the night. Should be a really interesting evening, I think. Our engine was just on, so I can actually feel some of the heat from the hot water tank. We got hot water. So one issue that we've identified is that the porthole by the heater here, you can't really see it, but the one just above the heater seems to leak a little bit. It was tightened down pretty good, but still a few drops of salt water came in. Certainly nothing major, but just the only thing is it like goes right onto the heater. Theoretically, I think the heater should be stainless steel, so I think it shouldn't rust, but nonetheless, not good to have it doused in salt water and not good to have a window that leaks. So that's one thing to look at. But other than that, so impressed with how the boat performed. It felt really safe and comfortable in a way that, like, even though, you know, those conditions aren't super crazy, but I would not have felt comfortable in Magic Carpet 1. I would have felt safe, but I would not have been comfortable, and that was the big difference with this boat.
Huge thank you for watching. In the next episode, we will explore a little bit of the historic Port Neville before heading further up the Johnstone Strait and exploring some of the beautiful sailing grounds ever further north. The next big goal of our journey is to explore Knight's Inlet, an incredible passageway between mountains that will take us about a week to sail in and out of. But first, we've got to get there. As always, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much for leaving comments. We do read all the comments, and they really, we really love reading them. So thank you for writing them. An extra big thank you to all of our patrons for making this possible. We would not be able to do it without you. And an extra big thanks to the folks whose names are now appearing on screen for always going above and beyond to make sure that Magic Carpet keeps being produced. It has been a real dream to produce these BC episodes, and I've just got so many more to produce. I feel really, really lucky and happy to be able to share these episodes with you. I think you can tell that I'm having just so much fun editing them and being able to do, you know, the sound and the video and all of that has brought a lot of meaning and joy to the trip itself. So I appreciate very much the opportunity to do that, and that you watch means a lot. All right, see you next Friday.